Okay, y'all. So remember, T.I. and Tiny were awarded that $71 million because they
Yes.
had that infringement lawsuit against the MGA company that they say infringed on their OMG Girlz with the LOL
Okay,
dots,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So there were reports over the weekend that their punitive damages were taken from $53.6 million and reduced to $1. Now,
What does that mean?
Yeah, how do you do that? I thought it was a lawsuit. I thought it was done. I thought it was in stone.
I'm about to break down what happened, right? So, the MGA Entertainment, they're in the lawsuit with T.I. and Tiny. So originally, T.I. and Tiny were awarded $17.8 million in the verdict, and then they were awarded $53.6 million in punitive damages, right? But they've been to court a couple times over this for different reasons. But one of the reasons more recently is the judge is trying to show more proof or asking for more proof of the fact that whether or not MGA did or did not intentionally mean to infringe on the OMG Girlz. So as of right now, a judge has ruled, Judge Selna has ruled no, that the intention wasn't there on purpose. So he reduced the damages from that 53 million to $1, but T.I. and Tiny's attorney has rejected that, of course, and they'll be going back to court for that as well. So it's not like a final decision, but that came out over the weekend, and people were like, well, what the heck? How
Is
did
it the
this happen?
same judge that awarded them $53 million, or this is a different judge, different?
So the way that I'm reading it here from these docs, it is the same judge, and they've been to court. This is now that was the third time that they have been to court. There's been I guess like the first time they were in court, there was something that was said in the courtroom that the jury wasn't supposed to hear. And then the second time they went back to court over the ruling, there was like a case law study that they brought into court to prove that the money should be awarded that didn't necessarily line up. So the judge is like, we got to revisit this again. And now they're having a conversation about the punitive damages. And then they'll be back in court again over this because, of course, T.I. and Tiny are fighting it. And their attorney gave a statement, T.I. and Tiny's, and said, this just shows how hard it is for creatives, especially Black artists and young entrepreneurs, to protect their intellectual property from billion-dollar corporations just because of all the fighting that they're going to have to do.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into not one, but two explosive stories shaking the entertainment and sports world. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. On one side, T.I. and Tiny's shocking $71 million. Courtroom victory has taken a wild turn. We're talking a drop from tens of millions to just one single dollar. And on the other side, boxing champ Gervonta Tank Davis has been arrested once again. And this time, it could seriously affect his career and upcoming fight. Let's break everything down. What happened, why it matters, and what happens. Next, let's begin with T.I. and Tiny's legal battle. A fight that has dragged on for years and just took a major twist. Back in 2024, the couple sued toy giant MGA Entertainment, the company behind the hugely popular LOL Surprise dolls. Their claim: MGA ripped off the likeness, style, and identity of their girl group. The Oh My God Girls using their signature hair colors, fashion, and personalities to create dolls that looked far too familiar. And the court agreed. At least at first. A jury awarded T.I. and Tiny a whopping $71 million. Broken down like this, $17.8 million in compensatory damages for actual harm and losses they suffered, and a jaw-dropping $53.6 million in punitive damages meant to punish MGA for what the court saw as intentional copying. But that wasn't the end of the story. In July 2025, U.S. District Judge James Selna threw a curveball. He ruled that MGA's actions didn't show clear malicious intent. In other words, there wasn't enough evidence that they purposely copied the Oh My God Girls. As a result, he slashed the punitive damages from over $53 million to just $1. Yes, $1. That's not just a loss of money, it's a symbolic blow. T.I. and Tiny's legal team quickly rejected the decision and announced they'll return to court to fight it. According to their attorney, this isn't just about money. It's about artistic justice. In his words, this case highlights how hard it is for Black creatives and young entrepreneurs to defend their ideas against massive corporations with endless legal resources. He compared it to the phrase, "Big bank takes little bank." Let's be real. Companies like MGA can afford to drag these cases out for years. They have million-dollar legal teams. But for artists, every court date costs money. Every delay eats away at momentum. That imbalance is what's really at stake here. And this lawsuit has already seen 3 trials. The first, in early 2023, ended in a mistrial after jurors heard banned testimony. The second trial, later that year, ended in MGA's favor. But then, September 2024. The third trial handed T.I. and Tiny their massive win, $71 million. But MGA appealed. Again. And now, despite the jury's decision, the judge has knocked that $53 million down to a single dollar. So where do we stand? T.I. and Tiny will still receive the $17.8 million in compensatory damages. That's locked in. But after legal fees, taxes, and splitting the money with the Oh My God Girlz members, their take-home may be closer to $8 million. Not bad, but a far cry from $71 million. MGA's CEO, Isaac Larian, has continued to deny all wrongdoing. He's labeled the lawsuit as legal extortion, claiming the Oh My God Girlz and their team are just looking for a payday. But let's be honest, fans don't agree. When you look at the Oh My God Girlz side by side with MGA's dolls, from the neon hair to the edgy fashion to the attitude, the resemblance is uncanny. It's no wonder T.I. and Tiny believe this wasn't just inspiration, it was appropriation. So now the question is, would you walk away with $8 million? Or would you fight to restore what a jury originally believed you were owed? Let us know in the comments. But now, let's shift gears to the arrest of Gervonta Tank Davis. Davis was arrested on July 11th in Miami Beach after being wanted in connection to a domestic violence incident involving the mother of one of his children. According to police, the incident happened on Father's Day, June 15th, when Davis went to pick up his child. Reports say an argument broke out and the woman claims that Davis hit her, left visible injuries, and even threw a box at her during the altercation. She allegedly texted her mother in real time, and surveillance footage is said to back up her claims. Davis had been on the run from police since the incident until his license plate was flagged by authorities. Leading to his arrest, he was booked into Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center and released later that day on a $10,000 bond. And when Davis walked out of jail, wearing a hoodie and surrounded by 3 police officers, people noticed, not because he was arrested, but because the footage looked more like celebrity escort service than a serious charge. Many online slammed the authorities, saying Davis got VIP treatment, while others pointed out how celebrity status often softens accountability. And here's where it gets worse. This isn't the first time Davis has been accused of violence. In 2020, he was caught on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend at a basketball game in front of a crowd. In 2022, he was involved in a hit-and-run case and later violated his house arrest by staying at a hotel instead of serving time at his trainer's home. So the big question, will this affect his boxing career? As of now, Davis is scheduled to face Lamont Roach in a much-hyped rematch. The fight was originally planned for June 21st, then moved to August 16th, and now may be pushed again, possibly to August 23rd or 30th. But here's the kicker. In boxing, these kinds of legal issues rarely stop a fight unless there's a conviction or a formal suspension. There's no league commissioner like in the NFL or NBA. If there's enough money behind the match, it usually moves forward no matter the headlines. So here's what we want to ask you. Should T.I. and Tiny keep fighting for their full award, or settle and move on? Do you believe MGA Entertainment really copied the Oh My God Girlz? Or was it coincidence? And should Gervonta Davis be allowed to fight while facing such serious allegations? Let's talk about it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another update on celebrity drama, legal battles, or breaking news. Thanks for watching.